Hello everybody and welcome to a quick look at Minecraft 14W17A. And holy jeez, has it been a long time since I've done one of these videos. But finally Minecraft is doing snapshots again after 5 weeks off, and the main new feature this time around is a little something called customized world type, which as you can see lets you really decide what the world is like. Although there's obviously some things could be better. For example, the biome one, it should be a checklist so that you can choose which biomes you want, and you know, there's some limitations like rivers can only be 5 wide. I'm not really certain how lava oceans work. Does it just turn all oceans into lava? And it'd be cool if you could like increase the rarity of stuff like ravines and mine shafts and temples and all that stuff. But on the next one, this is more like what I'd like for everything. It lets you choose the amount of something, the amount of times it tries to spawn. So there would be about 33 dirts in each chunk of dirt, and it tries to place it 10 times, and it can appear anywhere from 0 to 256. And all it does is, basically what the game does is it spawns stone, and then it'll choose a random point in that chunk, and if it's stone, it will replace it. And that's how all of these things place. And you have all the basic ores in here. It doesn't have emerald ore or nether quartz, because those are a bit more complicated. And now I think about it, I don't know if the nether biome is on the list. It might be. And then here we have the much more complicated numbers that are used for all the actual generation of the terrain. So you can probably make some insane things. The first time I tried randomizing this, I ended up making a world that crashed the game, so do at your own risk. And this is just lets you type in the numbers if you want. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and check out the preset worlds. These are a set of world types that are just included. So first up is water world. As you can see, it's all water. But see, this is the top of the map basically. And I'm in spectator mode, so still can't really see anything, but somewhere down here, there we go, there's some lag. I've got my view distance on maximum, so don't be surprised when it lags. But geez, okay, there we go. Now as you can see, there's dirt and grass. Well, I don't know if you can see this, but this is the actual normal terrain under here. So it's not a giant ocean. This is water world. It's a normal world that has been covered in water, which I think is pretty neat, although a bit laggy and a bit hard to see. I can always switch to creative mode. Search for a water, what's it called? Is it water breathing that gives you good eyesight? I think it kind of did. But that's Waterworld. It's not much to look at, but you could definitely make some interesting things in it. Anyway, moving on. Good luck. Good luck is, honestly, I'm not really sure what it is. It seems like a kind of a drought-y world. You know, the oceans and rivers are drained to a really low height. In the preview picture it shows lava oceans, but those aren't actually enabled on this preset, so I'm not sure what that's about. And that's basically all there really is about this. You can see the rivers just look like grass because the grass hasn't grown in yet. But for some reason the lakes are all still there. I'd figure they'd turn the lakes off if this is supposed to be some sort of drought area. That's good luck. Not the most interesting one. After that, let's do Caver's Delight. This is a world where there's a lot of tall mountains, so there's a lot more caves than usual. And I'm guessing they also turned up some other stuff, probably ores and things, I don't know. I'm mostly just concerned in showing you guys what the terrain looks like. And yeah, a lot of these are going to take forever to load because there's a lot more blocks than in a normal world. like, woo! Darkness. Because I'm glitch falling while it loads. There we go. So yeah, there's the mountain. And once this loads, you'll see this is actually, I think, a pretty cool area. If it ever loads. When I'm recording, chunks don't want to load very fast. But I can kind of force them, I guess. But yeah, you can see these just ridiculously high mountains. With cool features and stuff. Oh, there we go. And I guess I can take this time to also show you guys one other change in this version. I think it's a bit glitchy, but they've slightly changed to what endermites look like. See, now they've got not much of a tail. Okay, that was a bit of lag. But yeah, now some people say this is a glitch and they're not supposed to look like that. I don't know. Other than that, they seem to be acting pretty much the same. Okay, now this is loading. See how cool this area is? I would love to actually use this world as a base, if it wasn't for that lava. I might actually keep this, just because this is such a cool but laggy area. Anyway, I'm hoping it's not crashed. No, let's get out of there. That's one of the worst ones. Next up, we'll do Aisleland. This one should load pretty fast, I hope. So now the possibilities with the Minecraft worlds are there's just so much you can do now. You have control of the generator itself. So yeah, this is like a floating island world as far as I can tell. Don't even know how they pulled that off. Must have been with those fancy numbers. But there's a whole lot of crazy, glitchy flying worlds. And that is the extent of this world. Let's get out of here. So next up, didn't I already do Mountain Madness? No. Guess not. Let's load it up. One thing I'm surprised they didn't add was an upside down world option. Obviously stuff like sand and gravel would be falling out of it and the water would be a huge issue unless they disabled the water tick, but just think of the possibilities. It'd be crazy. It'd be Dinnerbones world. But yeah, the mountain world is, as you can see, just a bit of a ridiculous mountain world. That's all you can really say about this. Yep, I mean, look, this is almost the top of the map, and we got some extremely tall sand over here, and some areas are a bit lower than others, but yeah, that's the mountain world. Now for Drought. Drought is, well, you'll see. It's dry. Downloading terrain. Supposedly they've done some performance improvements in this version, so I don't know if that is the case, but as you can see in Drought, the oceans are once again like completely drained, and honestly, I'm not really certain what else there is to it. That might be basically it. They might have reduced... Yeah, we can look at the code itself later, but yeah, that's what it looks like without ocean. Not a sight you normally see. Anyway, now for the saved the best for last, Caves of Chaos. That name is promising in and of itself, and you will not be disappointed. Hopefully it doesn't crash my recording, because yikes. Okay, loading. It's gonna take a while to load. It's time like these I wish that my recording software had a pause button so that I could just pause the recording without stopping it. But oh well. But yeah, as you can see, Caves of Chaos. It's chaotic, to say the least. Looks like they've got the biomes on a really tiny setting. And what in the world is going on down here? Oh, that's... the water's at bedrock level. That's funny. It looks weird. So yeah, this is Caves of Chaos. It definitely would be an interesting world to try to play seriously in. And what's this about? It's just a cave, I guess. Would be very interesting to try to play seriously. I mean, there's really no reason why you couldn't. It's just, it'd be interesting. So that's the preset worlds. So if we go back into the options now, customized. So these were all the presets here. See, they got the lava, yeah. That might have been a mistake, I don't know. Or they changed their mind. But those are all the difference ones. Anyway, I think now it's time for us to make our own. What should we do? I'm thinking lower the sea level a bit. We want everything on. We want a ridiculous amount of dungeons. We want a ridiculous amount of lakes. We want lava oceans. We want all biomes. We want tinier biomes, giant rivers. I will leave that alone. And let's just toggle that twice. Okay, we don't need a seed. Let's turn cheats on. Switch it over to creative. Let's just rename this to random and let's check it out. See what craziness we can generate if it doesn't crash. There's a good chance it might crash. But while it builds it up, I can talk about some other things. There is apparently the server icons now have 3 buttons with it, which has the up and down arrows to move the order, and then a third button to join. And there's also a default icon that goes on servers that don't have their own icon. And now, of course, one of the main things they've been working on for the past 5 weeks is converting a whole bunch of systems over to a fancier system for the plugin API that they're working on. So a lot of that got left out of the snapshot because it was too buggy, but they did include the finished... They were moving blocks over to a new format, and they finished that, so that's in. The only real effect I think that has right now is that this isn't loading. No, but that the F3 debug screen now has all the blocks info on it, not just a few specific ones. And this really is not loading, is it? I'm gonna pause the video and come back if I can get to load. Okay guys, welcome to our very own custom world. I had to turn my graphics settings down to keep this world from just destroying my frame rate and almost crashing the game, but okay, so I had to do a few tweaks to get it to generate. Basically, I had to only put lakes at like 3 for 2 for water and 50 for lava, and then in dungeons I put at 10 instead of 100, I think it was. And other than that, it's basically the exact same as what you guys saw me set up. So with the tiny biomes, things are looking kind of strange and flat. Not really how I would have expected. I think we have some horizontal scaling going on here that is causing things like this to happen. That would not normally happen. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that this is an ocean and it's not made of lava, so either it's random or it doesn't work, or who knows. I really don't know why the ocean isn't lava, but this is our completely custom random world of craziness. And so if you can get this with about 5 seconds of effort, just imagine what you could do if you actually knew what you were doing when you change all those numbers. You could probably make some very insane things. But anyway, I do have some other things to show off. Let's actually exit this world because it's laggy, and I'll just really quickly create a new... let's go for super flat, just because it's fast. Okay, so new things, because there are some new things. Let's see, Where is it? I think it's /W weather world border. That's it. So set center. Huh. So I guess you can... the world border is the edge of the world, which normally is 30 million blocks from the 0, 0 point in every direction. That's the default setting, and if you actually go out there, you would see it. And heck, why not? What's the... how do you do this? Teleport me to 30, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, 5, I don't care. What? This be at most... how many zeros is that? Did I put one too many zeros? I don't know. Oh, there's a village out here. No, this doesn't seem right. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they're just stupid. Luckily, I can just fix this by doing this. 9, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So that's the edge of the world. And if you go out of it, you get kicked out, apparently. On the plus side, this is what the default resource pack thing looks like. I think that must be the join button. I don't know why it kicked me out to the server screen, but it did. I think we killed that one, so let's go ahead and make a new world. Wait, super flat, I keep messing up. Anyway, so that's the world edge. Now, first off, where are we? We are at 247, negative 1025. One thing to keep in mind with the world border is that, so first off, let's see. Size in blocks, time in seconds. So basically, it can shrink or expand over a time frame, but also the size is the diameter, not the radius. So while the normal edge is 30 million blocks out, the actual size is 60 million because it's in both directions. So you have to keep that in mind. And let's just try setting this. There we go. And that's the outside. Can't go through it. Apparently you can still okay, you can still break blocks out of it. This is a new feature, and it's obviously not remotely done. I think you can still use ender pearls to get out of it. Let's grab one of those and check it out. How do you use ender pearls? Can you not use them in creative mode? Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, and when you're outside of them, you suffocate. Counts as a wall. And, I broke another world. Apparently, I think if the respawn point gets into the wall, then you just can't respawn, which is a bit silly, but whatever. Oh, come on, I keep doing that. But that's not the only new thing. There is also a new game rule. I think that might be it, actually. Just the new game rule. And the new game rule is... let's see here. Which one is it? It's random tick speed. So, right now it's equal to 3. Random tick speed is the number that is used for things like how quickly trees and crops grow, for how quickly leaves despawn, and I don't know, maybe even for fire spreading. I really have no clue. But I'd say 0 makes it not happen at all, so you can actually stop trees from growing now. Now my question is a higher number faster or a lower number? Like if I do that, oh wow, yeah, that's definitely faster. And it also makes the game kind of laggy, I think, because it's doing a whole lot more. I mean, see how fast they're growing? Not quite as fast as I expected, honestly, but still. There might be an upper limit, actually, that I've already surpassed. Then again, has the game crashed? It's not making noise. No, it's definitely updated. Everything stopped though. Okay, it is doing it. It's just that, you know, it's doing so much per tick that a tick is taking like 5 seconds or something. But there, I lowered it down. So yeah, that will make it easier to grow stuff faster and or keep things from growing or whatever you want. It could be very useful for adventure maps, or I'm guessing having it turned off actually would make servers and stuff run faster if it was, you know, a world where you don't care about growing stuff. It probably does. But anyway, I think that is everything this week. Hopefully next week they will have finished the API upgrades so they can start focusing on more survival-y features again. Also, hopefully there is a snapshot next week, but regardless, this has been Kebab799. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to see more, like this video if you liked it, comment if you have anything to say, and I will see you in the next episode.